Hey guys, welcome back to HyperTora. I got my Tokyo Treat box here for June. It arrived yesterday. I only just got a chance to open it up today. A little bit later than it usually is for the month, but well within the normal timescale of when I expect it. So let's open this up and see what's inside. I can't remember what the theme is, but hopefully the leaflet will tell me. I think it's spring or summer. So that's it. So we have Summer Carnival as our theme for this month. And as you can see, there's a variety of summer snacks in there already, which is pretty cool. There, and this is volume 30, which means I've been getting Tokyo Treat for a very long time now. This is volume 30, because I had Tokyo Treat when they started doing the booklets. Okay, so I'm going to open this up on our snack menu so I can actually see what we've got inside, because my Japanese is terrible, at least reading Japanese anyway. And I know some of you managed to correct my pronunciations of a few words, so thank you for that. Helped me learn. But yeah, let's get stuck into this. If you do want to get this box, this is the premium box. Please do use the code down below if you want to get the box for the first time. You get, I think it's $5 off your first box, which is much better than the 10% discounts that Tokyo Treat give on the Facebook page. So make sure to use it. But let's get started with our Summer Carnival. So, what we got first? Ginza Rusk. So this looks like kind of dry bread with a kind of custardy topping. What is this? This is yogurt flavoured Ginza Rusk. I don't think I've had anything like this before. So that'd be interesting to try out. That's from the classic box. Up next we've got a corn snack. I think it's like shaped in kind of like fries. So this is, what do we got? Kuikia scone rich corn flavour. So that'd be interesting. The picture on the front looks a bit like French fry crisps. But I know when they have the corn snacks, they have a very distinct flavour compared to your usual stuff. Oh, so this would be, I think, is this our share pack or our party pack? So we got salty seaweed stick potato snack. It doesn't say that it's our share or party pack, so I'm not entirely sure. But I imagine normally when we get them in packets like this, when there's several of them, it's share or party pack. So these again, a little bit like French fry crisps, but they're going to be salty seaweed, which are pretty quite nice there actually. It's nice that there's lots of small packets there rather than one big packet. And that's also from Classic. Up next we've got a Chizak. So this is from our Classic box. So this is a savoury dagashi snack and a creamy biscuit snack, cheese biscuit snack. So it's a bit like a cheese cracker. So that'll be quite interesting. It feels like one giant round oval cracker. Up next is something that I saw online. They've been teasing this. This is from our Classic box as well. Melon cream soda chips. So you get melon soda in Japan, but you also get melon cream soda, which is basically melon soda with ice cream on top, or it's like an ice cream float from the US. I have had this in Japan before, not the crisp, but the actual melon drink, because melon soda is one of my favourite drinks. So that's going to be interesting to try. I'm not sure how it's going to taste in crisp form. Melon crisps I've had melon bread before, I can kind of grasp, but melon ice cream flavour, I'm not entirely sure. So that'd be an interesting thing to try out in a little bit. Then next up we have something from our premium box, Happy Turn soy sauce cheese flavour. So I think we've had things like this before. The soy sauce always gets me on these. They're like little biscuits. I don't know the best way to describe these until I open the packet in a minute. And then next up we have, what was this? Kokori Rimune candy. So that's pretty cool. That's shaved ice flavoured candy. It looks like there's two flavours there. So strawberry and I imagine, yeah, strawberry will be the red, and then Rimune will be the blue. And then next, this looks like a gummy, and you know how I love my gummies. This is from the premium box, so Doraemon gummies. It looks like it's grape flavoured, which is really cool. I love grape, after melon, grape flavouring is my next favourite thing from Japan. And then next up we've got some Kit Kats. This is Ikanari Dango Kit Kat. I don't think I've tried these before, so if you've been watching my channel for a while, you may have seen a Kit Kat taste test video I did with about 30 different flavours of Kit Kats from Japan. So this is actually one I haven't tried before, so that's going to be quite interesting. And I love how all the Kit Kats in Japan have a kind of little area on the back where you can write a message, because it's very traditional to give these to family members when they're about to take exams and things as good luck. And then we've got our DIY candy. This is actually in the classic box, I think, which is weird because I thought that was in the premium, but it's classic. It's icicle, so this is something we've had before. We've definitely had this before. It's like a kind of, it's not a gummy, it's like a chew it style thing. And then you've got a kind of sugary packet and some icing powder, which you coat it in. So that'll be something interesting to open up, even though I know we've had one before. We've got our Amibro. We get one of these in every box. I don't know if there's any particular flavour to this. Savoury tonkatsu sauce flavour. So we tend to get different flavours each month in a variety of stuff. Next we've got from our premium box cream rusk. So apparently Rusk is a fan favourite. I think we've had 2 Rusk items so far, so that'd be interesting. I think we've had something similar to this in a previous Tokyo Treat box. I think it's very familiar to me anyway. Almost to the end there. So next up we've got cookie and vanilla Meiji cookies and cream or honey butter snacks. So that's going to be a nice sweet snack. It looks like it might kind of be a cross between a biscuit and chocolate. It's hard to tell. Inspired by that, I either contains cookies and cream or a honey butter flavour thing. So that'd be interesting. And then finally, our last thing is a new Pepsi drink from Japan, J Cola, which is Midnight. This is grape flavoured Pepsi, which is I've been looking forward to this. This is one of the items that Tokyo Treat have been teasing for the past month. Almost every email I see from them has this on it, so I'm quite excited to try it. I'm not sure if it's limited edition, but it's a very new item at least. So that's everything that's in the box. And looking at the booklet here briefly, we haven't missed anything, which is great. If you do find your box comes and you don't have something that's on this booklet, do get in contact with Tokyo Treat. They're usually very good in replying to you and sending out the missing item in your next month's box. But that's it for the opening the box. Let's actually try some of this stuff. So I'm going to start off with the cola. This is the one I've been looking forward to most. I can smell the Pepsi. The grape, I think there's a hint of grape there, not a very strong hint. It's odd to explain. It's definitely got some grape in there, but it's very subtle. It's not very strong grape flavouring. I definitely taste the Pepsi more than the grape. I suppose I would have preferred it maybe a bit stronger on the grape side. It's a nice drink nonetheless, especially if you like Pepsi. So that's quite a nice premium drink. Next up, we'll try out our cookie and vanilla stuff. I think these are cookies. There, so it's nice how this box opens. It has a little tear, so you can do that in the middle. And they're like little ice cream cones. So it's definitely like a cookie. That's really nice. Cookie vanilla. So they're really nice actually. So far, that's really good actually. We've had similar things to this before, but not this. So this is really nice to get some new items in the box. Next up, I want to try out this Kit Kat because I've never seen or heard of this flavour before. It smells like potato. So I wonder if it's going to be like the sweet potato Kit Kats. It's very odd. It's like eating a chocolate flavoured potato covered in white chocolate. That is a very odd sensation. I'm not entirely sure if I'd enjoy having that on a regular basis. It's quite weird. I think that must have some sort of sweet potato in it. But yeah, odd item for this month. I'll open up the Mybro this month. It's been a while since I've opened one of these up. So they're kind of nice corn snacks. Little tube with a hole in the centre. And it smells quite nice. That's a really nice flavour this month actually. It's almost like a giant What's-It if you've had What's-Its before. That's really nice, and I'll finish that off in a bit. Mybros can be really nice sometimes. You get a variety of flavours, so it entirely depends on the flavour a lot of the time. So next up we got our soy sauce cheese flavour biscuit things. I think these are like rice puff snacks. So they come like this. It's a bit like a biscuit shape, but it's more like a rice cracker. They're an interesting savoury snack. I have had something like this before. It's the soy sauce in them can sometimes be a bit strong. And that's not too bad actually. I can taste the rice cracker a lot more than the soy sauce in that. So that's a bit more of a balance compared to the last one I had for me. Up next, we're going to open up the corn crisp snack. And that strong flavour of sweet corn in there. So they're shaped a bit like French fries, but not quite. That's interesting, yeah. We've had a couple of corn snacks over the last few months. They taste a lot like corn, which is really interesting for flavoured snacks, because a lot of snacks you get when they're flavoured, they don't taste entirely like you were eating that item. But that's pretty actually made out of corn. So that's it. But it says corn flavoured. It's a really strong flavouring. So that's quite nice actually. It's one I'll definitely be finishing off. Up next we've got our Ginza Rusk, which is yogurt flavoured. So it'd be interesting to see what this is like. Smells kind of creamy. So there's a kind of cube. It is hard. A bit like a biscuit. That's quite nice actually. The yogurt flavour for Japan's obviously very different to a lot of yogurts around the world. So it's got its own kind of unique flavour. It's hard to describe the texture on this. It's not quite like stale bread. I don't know how to quite explain what Rusk is like. But let's open up our next Rusk item. So this is cream Rusk. It's almost like a bit of dried out cake. This is what this always reminds me of. It's like someone's made a cake, cut a slice off and dried it out. So it is kind of coated with like icing on one side. I'm just going to break a small bit of that off. And it's really nice and creamy. It's definitely like having a slice of dried cake that's been sort of turned into a biscuit. So it's not like stale cake, but it's like almost like it's been freeze dried, which is pretty cool. Next, I'm opening up our Doraemon gummies. That's really cool. So we got 4 different gummies in here, all the same. I think slightly different expressions on the face, which is pretty cool. And they're going to be grape flavoured, which other than melon is my favourite flavour of Japanese gummy. And they have a very strong smell. If you get these, I absolutely love the smell of the grape in these. It's a very strong candy grape flavour. They are absolutely amazing. I absolutely love those gummies. Next, we'll try out these seaweed snacks. And it's nice that I can break one of those off. So I can smell the sea salt in there. They're very small little fries, which is pretty cool. They're really nice crisps actually. They taste a bit like sea salt crisps, but the seaweed gives it a kind of interesting kind of aroma of flavour, which is really nice. Brings it a bit more kind of sea crispy like. That's a really nice crisp actually. Up next we've got our Cheezak snack. Oh, that's bright orange. That definitely looks like a giant flattened what's it. Smells cheesy, which obviously because it's a cheese snack, but yeah. I'm not entirely sure what to make of that. It's looks like a flattened Amiibo. And it's cheesy, but it's also creamy. I'm not too sure what to make of that. I'm not entirely sure that would be my go-to snack. It's a bit odd for me. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good for me either. If you get this box, do let me know what you think of that. That was a little bit odd. Up next, we've got our shaved ice flavoured candy. Now, I think these are going to be kind of pellet snacks. Yep. So in here, we've got a variety of little pellet candies in Ramune and strawberry. And you can smell it. Quite nice. I'm not entirely sure it's some shaved ice flavoured candy. Other than the fact that it's pretty flavoured to be the shaved ice syrup topping that goes on. So I imagine it's to do with that rather than the actual ice itself. We've got 2 items left. We've got our cream melon soda float crisps. I'm not entirely sure what these are going to be like. But to start off with, that bag seems half full. I hate when people package things like this in such a big bag and it's half full. I can definitely smell melon cream soda in here. That's a very strong smell. It's almost a bit sour. That's a very odd thing to have with a crisp. I can taste the melon soda. It's almost sour, like it's carbonated. And obviously you got the ice cream in there. That definitely tastes like melon cream soda in there, but a very sour version. That is a very weird sensation to have from eating crisps. I think that's going to be the top thing that you guys, if you get this box, should comment down below when you get it. I want to know what you think of these. That was a very odd sensation. At first it felt fizzy, then it got a bit sour. So that's quite an interesting snack actually. There. So that's very, very interesting. And then finally we've got our DIY candy. And don't need the instructions for this one. We've got 4 cubes in 2 different flavours. And then we've got 4 popsicle sticks. And then we've got 2 sachets. One is a kind of sugar syrup with a little bit of flavouring, and then some icing powder. So in here we've got 2 trays where we can put those. There should be a tear thing on here, that's it. Squeeze all that out. That syrup, yeah, be very careful with that syrup because it's very sticky. And then we want to put the icing powder on the other side. And then what we do here is we take one of our popsicle sticks, like an ice cream. We stick the cube on the end. You can probably shape this a little bit more like a popsicle than I have. But then we dip that in our sugar syrup and coat it, which is really cool. And then we put some ice cream on, icing sugar. So it looks a bit like a frozen popsicle snack, which is really cool. They're very chewy. It's hard to explain that. If you've had Chewits in your country or something similar to that, it's a bit like that, but not quite as chewy as them. But that's it for this box. I think that's a pretty good box actually for Summer Carnival compared to some of the other boxes that we've had. There's a few weird things in there. I'm not entirely sure what to make of the melon soda stuff. It's not bad. It's just weird. The cheese snack was a little bit weird for me with the mix of cheese and cream. And definitely the Kit Kat with the potato flavouring. Let me know what you thought of those. So yeah, please do comment down below. Let me know what your favourite item from the box is. If you get the box yourself, let me know what your favourite items were, what you thought of the Kit Kat and the melon soda crisps, because they're very odd items, so it'd be interesting to see what you guys think about them. Please do like the video down below if you enjoyed watching, and please do subscribe if you want to see more unboxing videos. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.